How's it going, everybody? We're here again today with the Apex and a little bit of gold. We're going to be doing some general VDI testing. We're going to be doing just a little bit of experimenting between the modes and the sensitivity to see if the numbers change at all. And I just wanted to give you guys a general idea of what gold is going to be ringing up on your Apex. Now, there's no guarantees because gold can go... it can vary widely, let me just say that. So let's get right into it. We're going to bury these guys at just a few different general depths, nothing crazy, just experimental, and we'll go from there. See you here in a minute. So we have these 3 pieces of gold here, 3 different sizes. There's a few different carats as well. These 2 rings here are 10 karat gold, 2 different sizes. This is marked 750, this bangle bracelet, which I believe is 18 karat gold. And then this is our most recent find here. It's marked 14 karat on the back. So this thing is tiny, and I can almost guarantee you this is going to sound just like a piece of aluminum foil. But let's find out together, shall we? So first things first, I'm just going to throw these guys right on top of the surface just to get a general VDI number. We will put the, let's put the small ring, let's go smallest to largest. Here's the small little tiny best friend's charm. Put it right there on top. Here's the 10 karat gold ring. Put it right there. Make sure we got decent spacing. Here's the big fat ring, 10 karat. And then here's the bangle bracelet. We'll put this over here. So we're gonna start it in, what do you want to see? Let's start it in 0 mode first. Change it over there. Oh, that's not where I need to be. Mode, okay. 0 mode. Nothing is notched out. We're going to start it at, what is that, 3 bar sensitivity from the top there. Let's just swing over it and see what we hit. Let's start over here with the big boy, the bangle bracelet. That's a 50-51 right there. We honestly got a little bit of variation there, as you can see. For the most part, it's ringing around 49 through 51. So let's see what the big boy ring reads up as. Pretty solid 56 there, lying right underneath a pull tab. That big fat ring there, it's sounding just like a pull tab. 56 solid though, it's not jumping at all. Here's that little ring there. Nice solid 45. And that's 3 bars down from the top. And of course, these are just on top of the surface. This means nothing, just giving you a general idea of what the numbers are ringing as. Now let's see about this little tiny piece of gold. Look at that. It's jumping 35 through 43. But the tone it's giving off is a foil tone. So, I mean, I'd walk right by that, to be honest with you. Let's switch it over. Since we're testing gold, let's go from multi-frequency to 20 kilohertz and see if that makes any difference at all. Over here to the big bangle bracelet, reading 50-51. Over to the fat ring, 57-58. Changed it a little bit. I think it was reading a 56 there on multi-frequency. There's a small ring, and they're in 20 kilohertz. It downed it a little bit, and it sounds more like foil now than it does a ring. It's ringing a 44 now instead of I think it was ringing a 45 before in multi-frequency. So that's interesting. I mean, I would probably still dig that, but the tone is definitely different between the 2 modes. And now let's see about the little piece of gold, see if it can pick that up. still jumping around 36 through 40. Gonna be honest with you, I probably wouldn't dig that, but if you're not digging those low tones, guys, you're missing out on those little tiny pieces of gold. All right, guys, we got our 3 pieces of gold here, and we also have a little hole. I'd say it's about 4 or 5 inches. It's nothing exact, you know. We're just gonna do a general test here with gold and see if the numbers change at all now that we bury them. So let's start with, what do you think? The big boy here, big boy 10 karat gold iced out ring. Let's put it right down in there. I mean, you know, it's gonna change up depending on if it's flat in the hole like this or turned up like this as well. So let's experiment. It's down in the hole flat, cover it up. Really hasn't changed much. It's still a 55, 56 there. Maybe jumping a little bit, but it's a pretty good sign. This way it's jumping a little bit more, but still lands around 55, 56, so I dig that, honestly. But would you? Because remember, that thing, it's lying right underneath the pull tab. So if you think every time you get a 56 it's going to be a pull tab, I hope this video helps to show you that's not always the case. There she is. There's no black magic here. I didn't just replace it with a pull tab. This is what was ringing up a 55, 56. This thing is a couple grams. I assume it's just iced out. I don't think that those are real diamonds, but I guess you really never know until you test them. It is marked 10 karat gold, so if you were passing by those 55, 56 guys, you're passing by the gold. I hope this helps you rethink your decisions with the Apex. The little one, this is another 10 karat gold ring. This one's much smaller. And as you can see, you know, there's really no one set of numbers that's going to ring gold. A lot of the times the lower mid-tones up to like a nickel will be gold, or could potentially be gold. But so we're going to bury this one. Now, like I said, this is just a general idea of what numbers to look for when you're looking for gold. The gold just, it rings all over the place, honestly, depending on what carat, the size, the weight, the shape. I mean, gold a lot of the times will sound just like a piece of trash. As you saw in the beginning of the video there, that little 14 karat charm sounded just like a piece of aluminum. So stay hopeful out there, guys. If you think about it, you're cleaning up nature at the same time, and it will eventually reward you. Put this thing down in the hole. It's about 4 or 5 inches down there, same as this one. Let's see. Now, depending on the angle you hit it, pretty solid 45, 46, but it is jumping. I can't say it's solid because it is jumping around. It's going from 43 to 50s. So, you know, that just goes to show you that when people do air tests, those will give you a general idea of what your target's going to sound like, maybe right on top of the surface or when you're swinging in front of your coil. But as soon as you start burying those targets in the ground, the numbers are going to change. It's going now from 40 to 47, I'd say safely. Let's change it over to, it was in multi-frequency. Let's change it to 20 kilohertz. Now in 20 kilohertz, I don't know. Like I said, it's ringing even lower now. The tone is sounding a little bit more like iron. Okay, there you go. That's something. But it's bouncing around heavy. And that's like 4 or 5 inches down in the ground. So, you know, any deeper than that, it's really going to sound like a piece of trash. Remember that. But like I said, it's ringing anywhere from 40 to like 50 now that it's underneath the ground. So, you know, take those cues of your detector, but don't always believe what it's telling you. Because as we saw, the pull tab there, right there, between the, right around the 60, it seems like our gold ring was right underneath that. And now with the 45, 46, all right, it was right under the ring signal. So if you're a new, you know, a new person just getting this detector, you would probably dig that's sitting under the ring. But would you dig the signal that's sitting under the pull tab? You gotta dig it if you're gonna look for those big golds, I'm telling you. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you want to see some more with the Apex, just let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I just wanted to give you a quick general test of some VDIs to expect. And like I said, you really just got to dig the majority of targets out there if you're looking for all that different kind of gold that can potentially be out there. There's so many size, shapes, different carats, you know. So, all right, guys, appreciate you watching. See you here in the next one. Treasure Outdoors out.